Good morning, everyone. This is Hayley, and happy Tuesday from Alchemy Online. I have a fun class planned. This is Power Flow, but for today, we're going to do something a little bit different. If you're used to my classes, it's a ladder flow. With all of our ladders, we're working more on our cardio endurance through this, but lots of fun. I really encourage you to stick with this class wherever you are for the next hour. Stay with me. If you need to pause me at any moment to tend to kids or do something quick, do, but then come back. It's a good class, lots of fun, lots of movement. Set your intention now to stay with me. Let's get started. So come to your mat. You'll want to make sure that you have maybe one block, 1, 2. You're going to place it at the top of the mat. So let's all begin in child's pose. The big toes come together. Knees can be fanned out either nice and wide, or they can come together if you want that support into your lower back. Let the forehead come down onto your mat, or maybe onto the block if you'd like to move the mat up. Overstretch your arms out overhead, but at the same time, roll those shoulders down your back. Let the fingers fan out nice and wide. Even feel the palms of your hands pushing into the mat. Maybe just pushing those hips back onto the heels just a little bit more to settle the hips down. Let go of the belly. And let's take a big cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. And open your mouth and sigh it out. 2 more times. Inhale completely. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Last inhale breath. Open your mouth and just let it all go. Now begin to incorporate in that ujjayi breath if that's in your practice. If you maybe have not done this before, I'll walk you through it. Just go ahead and lick your lips and seal your lips shut. You're going to take that tip of the tongue and put it up onto the roof of the mouth, and then just move it behind the 2 front teeth. You'll feel a little soft place in the upper mouth palate. And then there's a constriction into the back of the throat, and that causes that audible noise. Maybe it sounds like Darth Vader breathing. Maybe it's more like you're fogging up a window. But more importantly, there is an equalization of the breath, of both the inhales and the exhales. And for this opening, we're just going to just slow everything down. Maybe bringing that inhale in just a step further than what you normally would. And that exhale to match the inhale. If you notice that brain is a little bit busy, then bringing the focus into your breath is a way of just arriving here, arriving onto your mat, arriving into your body, and more importantly, into this practice. Take 2 more rounds, and in that last breath, maybe go ahead and seal in that intention, maybe that thought of gratitude, or maybe you'll dedicate this practice to somebody that you know. The next inhale is going to draw you up into tabletop position. Bring the knees together and then let the chest go forward and just lower down like a chaturanga halfway. Inhale, push back up. Take the hips back to the heels, back into child's pose with the legs together. Inhale, roll forward. Shoulders come well ahead of the wrists, lower down, halfway, chaturanga. And then push back up, and then take those hips back to the heels. You can tuck under your toes. Do 2 more of those. Roll forward. Elbows are coming into your side. Chest lowers down just halfway. Push back up. Just warming up the shoulders here. Nice and slow. Inhale. Roll forward last time. Chest, elbows in, halfway. Shoulders not dipping below the elbows. Push back up. And then hips back to heels. Forehead down to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, come forward. Those toes are still flipped over. Make sure that the wrists are right underneath the shoulders. The fingers are spread out nice and wide. And then just hover the knees 1 or 2, maybe 3 inches up off the mat. Pull that belly button into the spine. Push the mat away. Protract those shoulder blades. Stay here for 3, 2, firing up the belly. Last one. And on the exhale, lift the tail. Just a dancing down dog. Paddle the feet back and forth. Maybe sway the hips. Rotate into the shoulders. Whatever feels good here. And then let's find stability. Check that pointer finger or middle finger are pointing straight forward and that those wrists are shoulder width apart. Then take a look at your feet. They should be hip width distance apart. There's a bend into the knees, maybe a generous one. Those heels might be close to the mat, they might not be. Let the shoulders fall down your back and rotate in those elbows in towards each other. That'll open up the shoulder blades. And then there's an energetic feeling of that heart going towards the toes. And eventually maybe straightening those legs. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Last breath. Look forward and take as many steps as you can, walking the toes straight up to the top of the mat. Put a nice generous bend into the knees, and then when you're there, just drop your head. Take opposite hands to opposite elbows and just ragdoll. Now that adds a little bit more into the gravity of letting that top part of your body fall down towards the mat. Now you might be more up like this, that's fine. Even put more of a bend into the knee, and that'll just help to shift the tailbone up, pulling the inner thighs in together. The outer thighs, they spread apart, lifting that tail. And again, just flow side to side. Take an inhale and an exhale. Hands are going to come down to the mat and walk them up the shins to that first half lift. Your back is nice and flat. The crown of your head is reaching towards me, and that tailbone is reaching straight behind you. Let the shoulders fall down your back, and that weight you can rock forward and back and then find center into the feet. Bend your knees and flow back into that forward fold. And then with that flat back, come to standing. Let the arms sweep out and up. Look up to that space between your hands. And then hands come to heart center. Let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale completely. And exhale out that mouth. Inhale, sweep the hands up. And exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to that half lift, and then exhale, hands come beneath the shoulders and step back into a plank. Roll onto the outside of the right foot, coming into a side plank. Bottom knee can come down and extend left hand up. And then in one swoop, roll all the way over onto the left side. Right hand sweeps up, bottom knee can come down, gaze looks up at the thumb. Bring that right hand down and then lower the knees down to the mat. Lower chest halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, either a cobra or an up dog. And exhale to down dog. Looking for stability, full inhale and full exhale. Look forward, hop, step, or maybe float the feet up to your hands. Take that half lift, flatten the back, and then exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Sweep the hands out and up, come to that standing, look up to that space, and exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, warming up nice and slow, building that heat, and exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to that half lift, and exhale in one breath, chaturanga from your knees. Inhale, up dog, maybe a cobra, and exhale, down dog. Take a full inhale, and exhale. Look forward, hop or step with your other foot. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Push down to rise up, reach up, grow out of the sides of the ribs. And exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, dive. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, step back. This time maybe from the toes, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Take that full inhale. And exhale. Look forward, hop, step, float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, come to rise, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to go to Surya Namaskar C now. Inhale, root to reach. This will be a little bit of a modification. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale to that half lift, and then exhale, take that right leg and step it back. Knees gonna come down to the mat. You can keep the toe either tucked or you can lay it flat. Inhale, rise up, low crescent lunge, and then exhale, settle in. Now on this one, the tendency is to drop, but instead you're gonna pull that navel up and in, and you're going to take that tailbone and shoot it right down. Now you'll notice there's a pulling back of that left heel, engaging that inner thigh, hamstring, and glute, and you'll feel that stretch on that right quadricep as well as the hip. Look up, close that space between your hand, and then exhale. Hands are going to come down, straighten the back leg, lift the knee, and then sweep that left leg up and back. Maybe bending at the knee, opening out that hip. Good. Now, shift the weight forward, close the hips, and then come forward into high plank. From here, knees or toes, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Inhale that right leg back up to the sky. And then exhale, pulling the knee to the nose, thigh up to the chest. Place the foot down between the hands, lower left knee down. And then inhale, low crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Step that left foot back up to the top of the mat. Take that half lift, flatten out the back, and exhale, dive forward. Push down to rise up. Hands come up overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Let's move to the other side. Inhale, reach. And exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. This time it's the left leg that's going to move back, knees going to come down to the mat. And inhale, low crescent lunge. And exhale, just settle in here. The hands aren't ready to be over top of the head. That's fine. They can stay at your hips, down at your side. They can even come onto the right knee. But again, pull that belly button into your spine. Send that tailbone downwards. Engage those inner thighs. Feel that stretch up that left hip. And then send the hands sweeping up. Bring the dristi up, close the hands, and then exhale, hands down to the mat. Back leg needs to straighten, and then swoop that right leg. I don't know if that's a word, but it sounds good. Open up the knee. Open up that hip. Just let that foot dangle. Maybe you can see it underneath that left underarm. And then square the hips, straighten that leg. Come to that high plank and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, to down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up. And exhale, pulling the thigh to your chest, knee up to your nose, push the mat away. That gives the room for the left foot to come down between the hands. Right knee comes down. Inhale, low crescent lunge. And exhale, hands down. Step right leg to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Push down to rise up. Hands come up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. You should all be nice and warm now. Now we're going to add on to that, moving through this ladder sequence. Feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale, reach. And exhale, swan dive. Inhale to that half lift. And exhale, right leg steps back, knee comes down. Inhale, low crescent lunge, and then exhale, half split. Fingertips are going to come down to the mat, and then it's pulling that left hip back. Now take a look. The right hip should be right stacked over top of that right knee. And then you're pulling the left hip, flexing the foot. Inhale to that flat back, and exhale, roll the forehead down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, roll. Those blocks are there. If you need to bring the mat up, go ahead and do so. Last one. Inhale, back to that flat back. Place the palms down onto the mat, straighten that back leg, and swoop. Right leg up and back, opening up the hips. Now we're going to add on just a little bit here. Take and bring the hips back to parallel. Bring left foot down to meet. You're in this high plank. Now you have choices here. You can stay here for the count of 3. You can bring your knees or stay on your toes and do 3 chaturanga push-ups. Lowering and then push back up. 2, back up, and last, back up, and then lower the chest all the way down to the mat. Forehead touches. Take the shoelace side of your feet, place them down onto the mat, and the hands down by your hips. Keeping the hips, tops of the feet glued to the mat. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, pull the fingertips to the back of the room and lift the chest and maybe look forward. See if you can raise up a little bit higher and exhale, forehead back down. Flip your toes under, place your hands right underneath your elbows, and then inhale to that up dog and exhale to down dog. Inhale that right leg back up to the sky, open up the hip, close the hip, knee to the forehead, place the foot between the hands, and then inhale, low crescent, and exhale, hands down, left foot comes to the top of the mat. Take that half lift, don't forget about the forward fold, and then push down to reach up, and hands reset to heart center. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, reach, and exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Left leg goes to the back of the mat, knee down. Inhale, low crescent, and exhale, half split. Again, we work through the first one. Anytime we're adding on, we kind of work through the feeling of it. As we move through our ladder, we'll move a little bit faster. But where is that left hip? Is it stacked right over top of the left knee? Pull the right hip back. Flex the foot, toes pointing straight up to the forehead. Inhale, half, flatten back, and exhale, roll. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forehead down. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to the flat back. Hands placed down. Swoop. Right leg out and back. Open up the hip. And then close the hip. The right toe finds the left. You're standing in that high plank. Let's go for 3 chaturanga push-ups or just hold. 3, 2, and last one, lower halfway, back up, and then chest, forehead, all the way down to the mat. Hands down by your hips, and then inhale, pull the shoulders, lift the chest. This time, lift the legs into full locust. Keep on drawing those fingertips towards the heels. Toes are pointed, lift up a bit higher. And exhale, forehead down, hands right underneath the elbows. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Finding back to the top of the mat. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, hands down. Bring the right leg up to the top of the mat. Half lift and forward fold. Inhale, reach, rise up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, still got everybody? We're gonna move on here. Inhale, adding on, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale to that half lift, and exhale, right leg steps back, low crescent lunge. Inhale, hands reach up, and exhale, half split. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, full. Inhale, flat back, straighten that back leg. And now, high crescent lunge. Whew, feeling those legs ignited here. Now make sure that the feet are hip width distance apart. We're going to be moving into balance, not this time, but on our 4th ladder. Now, just like we did with our low crescent, draw the navel in and up. Let the tailbone shoot straight down to the mat. That might put the bend into that back leg, but see, can you straighten it? Whew. And see, can you bend a little bit lower, looking for that 90-degree bend. Let's flow. Inhale, flow the chest forward, hands behind. Inhale, back up. 2 more. Inhale, flow. Exhale, rise. Last one. And rise. Good. Hands down. Take that left leg. Put it out behind you. Open up the hips. Now, if you want to go a little bit further into our chaturanga push-ups, maybe this time you'll go from the toes, or maybe you'll go from that tripod with that left leg extended. Wherever you are, I'm lowering my toes and my knees. 3 chaturanga push-ups. Lower. And push to rise. Lower. And rise. Last one. Lower. And rise. Now chest all the way down, forehead touches. Hands down by your hips. Bend your knees, flex your feet, and then reach for the outsides. We're going into bow this time. So like you're squeezing that imaginary block between your knees. First, you're going to keep the thighs onto the mat. So start to kick the leg back and lift the chest, keeping the thighs onto the mat. On the second one, we'll raise them. Keep on kicking, opening up the shoulders, looking ahead. 1 more breath, and exhale. Whew. Hands right underneath your elbows, tops of feet onto the mat. Inhale, up dog, and exhale to down dog. Inhale that right leg up to the sky, bending at the knee. Now this time, we're going to flip the dog. So shift the weight forward, shoulders over top of the wrist. Come up high onto the left tippy toes, and then slowly that right foot comes down, left leg extends. Lift the hips up nice and high and reach the right fingertips towards me. Beautiful. Now from here, can you move into side plank? I apologize, my back is to you. Drop that left hip, right hip stacks over, and take right arm up. Lower knee can come down if it needs to. See, raise the hips up high, lift that leg, pull the knee into your chest, and then if you can, bring that right leg to plant right beside your left hand. Left knee comes down, and then inhale, twisting low crescent. Beautiful. Whew, catch your breath. Come up onto the left tippy fingers, tenting those fingers. Push down into the right hand and go into that revolved twisting low crescent lunge. Right hand's going to come behind your back. Take the shoulders forward, flip the hand. reverse. And then exhale, hands come down. Whew. Straighten that leg, shift the leg back. Inhale, come forward, and then take that chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Now, if some of you know where you're going, I made a mistake. Inhale that right leg. Exhale, bring it forward, and then walk that back leg up to the front. My apologies. Take that half lift, and exhale, forward fold. Now we can go to the other side. Arms reach up, and exhale, hands to heart center. If you didn't catch that mistake, then perfect. Inhale, reach. And exhale, dive forward. Left side this time. Inhale, half lift. Step the left leg back. Knee comes down. Inhale, low crescent. And exhale, half split. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. 2 more. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to that flat back, high crescent lunge. Left leg is straight. Arms reach up and over the head. And exhale, settle in. Looking again, you should be able to see the big toe. The knee should be stacked right over top of the ankle. Belly button is drawing in. Back leg, if it can, is straight. Let's exhale, drop the chest down, airplane. Inhale, arms come back up. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Building that strength. Exhale. Inhale. Hands come down. Sweep the right leg out and behind. Opening up that hip. Whew. Okay, square the hips. Again, looking for those chaturanga push-ups, either 3 points of contact from the toes, from the knees, or hold plank. 3, 2, last one. Lower the chest all the way down, forehead touches, bend the knees, grab for the outside into bow, and then inhale, kick the legs back and up. This time, you can raise those thighs up off the mat. Keep on squeezing those knees like you have that block between. Keep rolling the shoulders, lift a bit higher, and exhale. Whoo, lower down. Hands right beneath your elbows. Inhale, up dog, and exhale to down dog. Whew. Inhale, that left leg up to the sky. Bending the knee, opening up, and then flipping the dog over, nice and slow. Right toe's gonna point straight, lifting the hips up, and reaching left hand towards me, even dropping the head. Now from here, stacking the hips into side plank. Now I get to face you. Right hip down, left hip, left arm up, lift the hips up even higher, raise the leg, pull the knee in, and then plant. Left foot beside right hand. Right knee comes down. Inhale, twist. Good, and exhale. Whew. Come up onto the fingertips. And then just rise up into that twist. Beautiful. Take that back hand behind. Flip that right hand and reverse. And then exhale. Both hands come down. Take that right leg, bring it back up to the top of the mat. Take that half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Push down to rise up. Arms come up overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart center. You guys still with me? We have 1 more ladder. We're moving on to the 4th, and then we're going to sequence it all together. Hips back, hips, feet hip width distance apart. Hands to heart center. Let's take a cleansing breath, probably more for me than you. Inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth and sigh it out. Okay, sweep the hands. Let's go out and up. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale to that half lift, and exhale, right leg comes back. You know where we're going. Inhale, low crescent. And exhale, half split. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Flat back, weight comes forward, straighten the back leg, and then sweep. High crescent lunge. And exhale, flow. Inhale, rise, and then open up into warrior two. Whew. So in warrior two, adjust that front foot so it's in line with the back foot. Shoulders are relaxed. Left knee is tracking behind you, keeping that hip open. At the same time, you're pushing the right foot to the back of the room. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. And then exhale, side angle. Inhale back, reverse the warrior. From here, we're going to go into half moon, into that balance. So that's why that block is at the top of the mat. Reach for the block, about 1 foot in front of the left toes. Maybe walk the back foot in a couple times, and then, half moon. Keep that back foot flexed. Keep pulling that right hip back, stacking it over top of the left, and then that right arm can float up. If you want a little bit extra, you can bend the knee. You can go for the bind. It doesn't need to happen. Sometimes just thinking about it is enough. Okay, straighten that leg back. Square the hips. Both hands are going to come down onto either the block or the mat. Dropping that right hip down, pushing into that left foot, and then come to warrior three or airplane. That standing leg is working hard here. Maybe they're shaking in it. That's good. Keep a little bend into that standing leg, and then exhale, draw that right knee into chest, and come to standing. Both hands will come onto your knee. Good job. This adds a little bit of relief into that standing leg. From here, let's go into dancer. Take that left hand onto the hip, and then take the right knee, point it straight down, and grab the ankle. Inhale, left arm up, and then hinging at the hips, just like you're going back into warrior three, start to kick the right foot back and up. Keep on kicking. Flex the foot. See if you can raise it. If you fall out, that's okay. Go right back into it. Good. One more inhale. And exhale. Let go of the foot. Step way back. Back into high crescent lunge. Arms up. And exhale. Hands down. Sweep that left leg out and back. And then close the hips. We're going for chaturanga push-ups. Work to your own pace or holding the plank. 3, 2, last one. Good. Forehead comes all the way down. Perfect. Let's go into Sphinx. Come up onto the forearms. Elbows are right underneath your shoulders, maybe a little bit ahead. And then draw those elbows back, lifting up the heart and broadening across the collarbones. You want to go a little bit further. Bend. We're going to bend the right foot. And then maybe reach back with the right hand. See if you can squeeze, pulling that heel in towards your buttocks. Feeling a little bit more of a stretch into that quadricep. But avoid dumping here. We're still pushing into that left hand and forearm and elbow. Good. Okay, let go of that foot. Forehead back down onto the mat. Hands right underneath your elbows. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, to down dog. Inhale that right leg up to the sky. Bending at the knee, opening up the hip, and then flipping the dog. Inhale, just one breath. And then exhale, left hip comes down into side plank. Inhale, lift the hip, lift the leg, draw the knee in, and then plant it right beside, right foot beside left hand. Dropping left knee down. Inhale, Ooh, a little bit of a twist. And again, if you want to work into the left quadricep now, bend that left knee. Reach for the top of the foot. And then see if you can pull that right shoulder back. Now, if you can't do this, you just stay here. If you can't grab it, that's fine. Or if you want to keep those toes down, that's just fine too. Okay, let go of that foot. And then inhale, rises up. Exhale, right hand, square the shoulders. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, let's go into that twist. That left elbow's crossing over top of the right knee. Right hand comes into prayer. I wish I was facing the other way, but I think you guys know what I'm doing here. Keep drawing that right shoulder back, using the left elbow into the thigh, into that knee. Go a little bit further into the twist. One more breath. And exhale. Hands come down to the mat. Walk that back foot up to meet the right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Push down to rise up. And exhale. Hands to heart center, my apologies. Inhale, reach. And exhale, dive. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, left leg steps back, lower the knee. Inhale, low crescent lunge. And exhale, half split. Inhale, take that lift. And exhale, roll forehead down. 2 more. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to roll. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to roll. Inhale, flat back. And high crescent lunge. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale, chest down, arms behind. Inhale, rise. And then open up. Warrior 2. Now I get to face you. Little bit of adjustment here into the feet. Take that right hip, move it forward. Everything's stacked. Shoulders are relaxed. Back hand out behind you. Front hand directly in front. Flip the first front hand. Reverse the warrior. And exhale. Side angle. Inhale, reverse. You know where you're going, to half moon. First balance. Again, fix your eyes onto that block about 1 foot ahead. Maybe shuffle that back foot in and then push off to fly. Beautiful. Using that block, it's there. Maybe bending that top knee, reaching for the bind. If you fall out of it, that's fine. That means you're trying, you're pushing that edge to see if you can go a little bit further. Let go of that foot. Square the hip down. This is a modified warrior 3. Both hands are either on your block or on the mat. And then engage that belly button into the spine, flatten that back, and fly, warrior 3. Finding all 4 corners of your feet, flat back, straight left leg, foot is flexed. It's like it's standing on the wall behind you. Inhale and exhale. Draw that left knee into chest and come to that standing, holding your knee with both hands. Right hand comes down onto the hip. Let's move into dancer. Left knee points straight down. I like to hold on to the ankle. I avoid the foot. I just find I can get a better grip holding into the ankle. Pull that belly button into spine. Extend right arm up and then hinging at the hips like warrior 3 and start to kick. Left leg back and up. Keep kicking and kicking, raising that foot. 1 more inhale. Exhale, let go of that foot. Plant it way back into high crescent lunge. Arms come up overhead. And then exhale. Whoo! Sweeping right leg out and back, bending at the knee. Square the hips. We're doing those 3 chaturanga push-ups, whatever modification you need. 3, 2, lots of chaturanga push-ups here, building that strength. Last one, and then lower the chest all the way down. Coming into Sphinx, again, up onto the elbows, drawing those elbows back towards the hips, pulling the shoulders back, letting the heart Go through that opening, broadening across the collarbones, choosing to stay here, or this time bending at that left knee, and maybe reaching back for the top of the foot. Either holding it this way, or if it allows, if you can pull the foot down, you can change the direction. It really is just about where those quadriceps are. Still pushing into that right elbow, forearm, and hand, keeping the heart lifted. Good. Let go of that bind. Forehead touches, hands underneath the elbows. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, to down dog. Inhale, that left leg up to the sky, bending the knee. And then go ahead and flip the dog. Let the hips point up first, and then let the hips point more to the side plank. Feet are stacked. Inhale, raise the leg, pull the knee in, and then plant it down beside the right hand. Lower right knee down, and inhale, left arm twist. And exhale, maybe bending that back leg, reaching. Beautiful. Let go of that foot, and then see, can you come upright? Pushing into that left foot helps. A back hand behind your back, flip the front hand, reverse. And then exhale, cross over. Right elbow crosses, left hand into prayer, and then starting to push away and going a little bit deeper. Rolling that left shoulder back and maybe looking out behind you. One more inhale and exhale. Hands come down, straighten that back leg, and then walk it up to meet the front. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, forward fold. Push down to rise up, and hands to heart center. Good job, guys. Okay, you're still with me, right? We're gonna run through this again. One breath per movement. That's the sequence. Now, the beginning, it's in your body, it's in your movement. You know what to do. Let everything go, whatever's happening around you, and just be on your mat. Be on your body. Your heart rate's gonna come up. That's good. That's what this is about. I'm sweating. I hope you're sweating too and having fun. Okay, let's stand again. Make sure your block is exactly where you want it. Feet hip width distance apart. Hands come to heart center. Let's start with a cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and side away. Open up your eyes. Inhale, sweep the hands out and up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to that half lift, and exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale, low crescent lunge, and exhale, half split. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Two more. Inhale to that flat back, exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. The weight comes forward, straighten that back. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, chest down. Inhale, rise back up and open up into warrior two. Inhale, reverse, and exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse, exhale, half moon. Yikes, that one's a little bit harder. Take that inhale, maybe bend your knees, and exhale, straighten it out, square the hips. Both hands come down onto the block. Inhale, warrior three, and take an exhale. Inhale, draw the knee into chest, come to standing, and then go into dancer. Left arm up, hinging at the hips, and start to kick. Hinging and kicking, raising the foot up. Hopefully, maybe eventually it'll come up over top of the head. Let go of that bind. Step way back into high crescent lunge, arms up, and exhale, hands down. Sweeping left leg out into three-legged dog, and then opening up the hip. Chaturanga push-ups, 3 of them. Whatever modification you want. 3. Now 2. Last one. We're gonna not go all the way down. We're gonna pull the heart forward to that up dog and exhale to down dog. Inhale that right leg up to the sky, opening up the hip and flipping the dog right over. Hips pointing up and reach. And then exhale to side plank. Lifting the hips, lifting the leg, drawing the knee in, and then planting it down. Left knee comes down. Inhale, revolve, twisting here into low crescent, and exhale, bending that back knee, grabbing it, maybe pulling it in. Let go of that, and then swoop. Come all the way up. Back hand behind, reverse, and exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale. Hands come down. Take that back leg, walk it up to the front. Big step there. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Push down to rise up. Arms come up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go straight to the other side. Almost there, guys. Stay with me. Inhale, reach. And exhale, dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, left leg. Inhale, low crescent. And exhale, half split. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Weight comes back to that front foot. Inhale, rises up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, let the chest flow down. Inhale, push on the foot, rise it back up, and open up. Warrior two. Flip the front hand, reverse. And exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Find that block. Exhale, half moon. Ooh. Inhale, bend the knee, maybe reach. Exhale, let it go. Square the hips, both hands come down. Inhale, fly like the airplane. And exhale, draw left knee in. Come to stand, pull the knee. And then right arm up. Left knee down. Hinge at the hips, a little bit more slowed down here to find that full dancer pose. Keep kicking that foot back and up. One more inhale. Exhale, let the foot go. Step way back, high crescent lunge. And exhale, hands down. Swoop that right leg out and back. Open up the hips. And then chaturanga push-ups. Whatever variation. 3, 2. Last one. Up dog and down dog. Ooh, almost there. Inhale, left leg up. Open up the hip. Flip the dog. Inhale, hips rise. And exhale, side plank. Inhale again. Left hip up, left leg. Exhale, left knee draws in, plants down. Inhale, take that left arm into that twist. And if you want, grab that back foot and pull it in for a pause. Let go of that leg. Inhale, go all the way, reversing this low crescent, and then exhale into the twist. Take a little bit more, and then exhale, hands down. Straighten that back leg, big step in. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, we're done. Just stay into that forward fold. You can take the feet a little bit wider, just like where we started. Take opposite hands to opposite elbows. Let yourself just ragdoll, flowing side to side. Maybe taking the knees, bending one, bending the other. Lifting that tailbone up, engaging those inner thighs together, and just allowing yourself just this moment to just dangle. Let the heart rate come back down. From here, take the feet even further than hip width distance. Toes are pointing out. And then sit your hips down into yogi squat, malasana. Wipe away the sweat if you're like me. We're not in the hot studio, but it certainly feels like it today. See if you can sit up a little bit taller. You can see I put a block right underneath my sit bones. Those elbows are coming into your knees. You're lifting the heart, you're broadening across the collarbone, and just tuck your chin under just slightly. Feel that length in the crown of the head reaching up. Choose to stay here for the next 5 breaths, or if you like to fly, then go ahead and lift your hips, and you can take that crow pose, yogi's choice. You have 4 more breaths. 3 more breaths. Heart rate's coming down. Returning back into the space. That last breath of gratitude that you did it. Okay, flying friends, feet back down onto the mat. Move that block out underneath and just sit yourself right down. Roll yourself all the way down onto your back. Just gonna move this out of the way. Now from here, let's squeeze both of our knees into our chest. And then extend the legs straight. Now, it can't be a power class without doing just a little bit of core. Take the arms out as a T. And then we start by engaging the core first, finding that real deep core stability. Take that right leg and lower it down nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. And then inhale, bring it up. Now, if the arms out at a T are too much, they can be down by your hips. They can be cactus. They can even be overhead. Take that left leg nice and straight. 3, 2, 1. And then bring it back up. Now take that right leg and let it fall off to the side of the mat, off to the right. Opening up that inner groin. And then take that right leg and swoop it over so it's facing me. And then inhale, bring it straight back up. Left leg falls out to the left. And then it comes into center. And then inhale, bring it back up. Now take both legs off to the right. Draw that big circle like a C all the way over to the left and back up to center. Now you'll notice the lower back is going to lift. You're going to come to the left side. The right hip will raise. And then your sacrum will, as you swoop around, and then your left hip will raise. That's okay. Do one more in each direction. Right side. Circles can be as big or as little. Doesn't matter. And last one, off to the left. Whew. Good. Back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Ha. Hold on to that right foot and just cross it. We're going to do that figure 4. That right ankle's going to cross over top of that left knee. Both feet can be flexed. That helps to protect the knee. And then reach for the back of the left thigh. That right hand will go right through that little keyhole there. Now the head should still be down on the mat. If it's not, if you're up like this, go ahead and put a block just underneath your head so that it can rest back down. Bring the right elbow to the inside of the right knee. And then you're drawing that thigh in, and at the same time, with the elbow, you're pushing the knee away. And just breathe.